Hi everyone, this is Oscar Montsano and I'm presenting you Lesson Plan 2. So, Lesson Plan, the Learn Objective one, Learn Objective, is an introduction to event handlers and puzzle pieces from Scratch Junior. Students are now taught to code and understand what coding is, and they can overall understand how this can help with their Scratch Junior storyline. Now, question for you guys is, what is everyone's prior knowledge to coding before this lesson? Now, coding. Learning to code in Scratch Junior is simple and straightforward, however it does become a bit difficult at times. There are many functions on the Scratch Junior platform. On the right, there's options that Scratch Junior supplies with multiple options on the way to code characters and props, as you can see on the right. Learning Objective 2 is now students are going to have to learn how to create the background by either following that of the prototype or using their own one. Here, students are then required to demonstrate the ability to make the background and setting for their code. A question for the students. What is a background and why is it important for stories like this? Give you a couple seconds. You can pause the video if you want. Now, Learner Objective 3 is now the customization of characters. We've drawn another character or other props, which includes hats or sticks. Students are now going to learn how to design characters and other props in order for them to fit in with the story. Now, the question for you guys is, how much do you guys know about customizing your own and designing characters and props? Learning Objective 4. This is the last learning objective for Lesson Plan 2, and it's now bringing everything together and applying code to the characters and props to connect them all together. Utilizing Objective 1, which is early in the PowerPoint, we can now attempt and present the code in action, which is shown in the prototype that was made. This is Oscar here, again, from the PowerPoint. So I'm going to teach you guys how to make the background first, Learner Objective 1. So, we start a new project. Now, first we want to get rid of the cat. So hold down on the cat up here on the top left. Press the X. Oh, didn't work the first time. Didn't work the second time. Sorry, guys. There we are. Okay. So now we go to the... Do you see here in the middle, the little landscape thing? Go there. And now we want to pick this, the river. Done. That is the prototype. That is the landscape. Now, if you want to design your own background, you go to the top right with the paintbrushes, and you can design your own. Use the fill bucket, do whatever you want. But we're not going to be doing that today. We are now just going to be doing this. And that's it for Learner Objective 1. This is now Learner Objective 2, creating the customized the character, sorry. So we'll go with the pig and the rabbit. Just by doing that little thing, move them in position, and now we'll be creating the props. This is done by pressing the character, then design one. Now, in the story, the pig loses its hat, so we want to draw it. This can be done through here, and we just make sure it's off fill, or make sure it's on top left, the squiggly line, and done. Now what we want to do is fill that, get a slim line, fill button down there, fill it with the red. Now go down to the white and the thin white line and go back. Take it off fill, go with the white line again, and the done. The T is made, that is the hat. Now we also have to do the stick. The stick is pretty easy. All we have to do, use a bit of brown. We want to go straight down and damn, stick is done all together. So first we're going to start with the hat. So just shown in the prototype, the hat blows off the pig's head. So first we want to have the pig's head having like that. Okay, so we now want the green flag. The green flag is essentially telling the code at the top right when we press it to play. So when the green flag is played, we can get the hat to move. Make sure the hat is selected. We want to move it about 4 spaces right and 3 spaces up. Now just checking that it works. Yep, done. That shows that the wind has moved it. And the stick. So now with the stick, we want to go to this, have it on hide the whole time. Later on, I'll show you how to do it, introduce. Now, with the rabbit, we want to see how long it takes. So 1 + 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds it takes for the rabbit to realize. So now we want to go to the timer, put it on 10 seconds, and then have the rabbit hop and hop twice. Now, we'll see it play out. Yep. Now we want to make it go like this. Take away, of course, the which of course would show you the rabbit is now going to the side. Chuck on a couple more. Now the hat now we want the stick disappeared, so we add the little guy, Invisible Man, to the end of the character. That should be it for the stick. Now we want the hat to move with the rabbit. So now we'll move it to the right, to the left, sorry. To the left. Move that to the left. We want to move it to the left about 6 times, I would say. Well, not up. 5 and 6. Now we can see this in action. Yep. Now we also want the rabbit to move. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we want the rabbit to wait 6 seconds. 6 seconds before performing this command. 6 seconds before performing this command. Yep, perfect. And now we want him to go back 6 spaces with the hat to eventually return it to the pig. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now if we play it, it should be looking exactly like the prototype. Might change the timing on this for the rabbit. I reckon about 15 seconds might have to be. No, not maybe 10 seconds. Sorry for the inconvenience. Again. Maybe another 15. Maybe 15. And that should be done. And now that concludes our journey together with me and Lesson Plan 2. Thank you.